today's video, we're going to be talking about the TPT town hall meeting. I love these videos. I get so encouraged after I watch a TPT town hall meeting. I don't recall feeling so encouraged when the other CEO was doing them, but this Paul I like, and I just love what the team TPT is doing. And yeah, if you are new or returning, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles. Okay, if you've never attended a TPT town hall meeting, I highly encourage you to do that. They're 30 minutes. At least register for one, and then they send you the link to watch it later. I will try to remember to provide the link down below so you can click it from here. They always start the exact same way. Amy usually introduces. Amy has been part of TPT for 12 years. She is the director of seller happiness, cool name. Will is in charge of product, I don't know what it's called, product, the product department. And then Paul Mishkin is the CEO. TPT is actually part of IXL's, like the whole umbrella. So Paul Mishkin is the CEO of IXL and a few others, Rosetta Stone, Spelling, Vocabulary City, which are some apps, websites. I will also put a link down below to the slides so you can look at them. Paul likes to start with giving us numbers, and I am a numbers person, so I like to hear them. February was down 6%. He mentioned that we had one less day in comparison to last year. Sure. I'd like to know I want to know what the daily sales of TPT would be. That'd be interesting. I mean, they'd fluctuate, but I'd like to know what an average is. March, up 11%. That's a good number. And they figure it has to do with Easter, right? You have to consider these changes of holidays. So for example, Easter was in March last year, it's in April this year, and so therefore April was down 6%. May was up 3%, and considering that there's a bunch of teachers that go on holidays as of May, that's a pretty good number. June, my June numbers are up. May numbers were down. It was no surprise. But the moment I start selling a couple bundles, things look good. And I've already sold a couple bundles this month. Numbers are good so far. One of the things that he mentioned is that a lot of the metrics that they look at were all positive except for one. So for example, 4% more buyers on TPT. Orders were up. The amount of orders up 5%. The items per order were up 8%. But here's the only down. The average order size in dollars was down 3%, which again tells us that people are being a little bit more budget friendly or budget conscious with their money. Teachers shouldn't be buying all these resources to begin with, and it's getting more and more clear. But I'll talk about the new School Express in a moment. They also had in May their first 3-day sale. So they had that surprise third day, and it went really well. Those, in comparison to last year's those 3 days, up 11%. Those are good numbers. So in response to all of that, they want to do another 3-day sale, but they don't want people to anticipate the 3-day sale always. They want to make them a surprise, even to them, they said. Because if people anticipate a 3-day sale, then we might see a drop in sales on the first day, right? You never know. And then Amy came on and talked about School Express. And this is what School Access should have been. Way they have streamlined School Access. I'll provide a lot of screenshots here. Basically, it's no longer a special catalog that you got to get your products into. It is the same marketplace. Your prices are exactly the same. Your commissions are exactly the same. And that's a big yay, considering that School Access was a real hit to many sellers. And they've already kind of put it out a little bit to certain schools and to get feedback, and their feedback has been super positive. So that's what we want to hear. We want to make sure it's easy. I'll show you a couple of screenshots that they showed, whereas when they're using their school accounts, there's an extra little button. I thought this is genius. I mean, whoever brought that up, well done. Well done. Okay, and then Will came on and had lots to say about products. So the first one is that when buyers filter their searches with freebies, free items as opposed to paid, a new pop-up shows up. This is excellent. And what it does is it's almost like ads where they put in 4 paid ones that are actually in the under $5 range. So it kind of says, listen, you could buy these, you could get a free one, but look at these ones that are just a few bucks. And how they determined that is they thought if they would put in the exact same wording or whatever they searched for and found the first top 4 for that search, as if they had put in less than $5 as opposed to free. I thought it was great. I think it's a great idea. Because I think sometimes as a teacher buyer, I am often looking last minute for that free thing. Can I find that free thing? I've got a couple students that they just need a little bit more of a challenge, and I'm not going to buy a whole unit or things. I might just look for a couple little freebies that I can get for them. And I can't really go out of my grade, so I'm looking for something slightly different. I go freebies. I filter it and I go there first. And then I go to less than 5. So for the most part, it works, but I really like that they're doing it. So another feature that they've added is a save for later. And they have, your wish list, but then when it goes in the cart and the person's not sure whether they want it, they can hit save for later. They will bring up that save for later when they actually go back to check out. Hey, you put this in your save for later. Do you want it now? Good thing. I've actually seen those things with Etsy. And this was something Paul said, that they want to compete with the big boys. And Etsy's their target. So I am thrilled that they're doing that. A couple of the other things, when it comes to bundles, they normally show just the first 3 products. They have, I always get this word wrong, pagination. They've added pages. They've added the pages so that you can see all the products fairly easy. I don't know, there's a few words in my life that I just have trouble with. That's one of them. Another thing that they did is if you go onto someone's page and they're having a sale, normally it counts down by days. But when you get down to the last day, they've changed it so you can see the hours. This, I wish I had, I think it was about 8 months ago. I think it was near the beginning of school. I went to buy something I saw was on sale. By the time I got home, with the 3-hour difference, I missed the sale. I was like, oh, it happens, right? So anyways, now you got a timer countdown on the sales. Thumbnails, they're changing thumbnails. They're making them even bigger. Hey, we like big thumbnails. So you're gonna see the layout just a little bit different, where the little squares are gonna be along the side, and when they hover over them, they go big. So that when they click the preview button, you're just getting the preview. If you don't have previews on your products, get them on. 60% of buyers will only buy if there's a preview that they can see. It's super important. They are also rolling out a beta review page. So they've got all these extra questions. And they also have based on stars. So if a person clicks 4 stars, a new box will show up saying, is there anything you'd recommend to improve this product on 4 stars? If they click 1 star, a pop-up shows up going, was this a technical difficulty? Brilliant, brilliant. Because if it is, they're probably going to get rid of that review for you. I have 2 1-star reviews in my years. One of them was removed almost immediately because, again, it was one of these, I can't open it, your product's, right, I won't say that, excuse me. Your product is, my product is fine. It's you. There was something else they did. I'll put a screenshot here because I can't remember. And then the last one that Will talked about is they've got new metrics. Now, I didn't look thoroughly at them when he was talking about them, but there's a lot more of them. I think you can see how much I can't remember. I'm going to spend some time looking at it, seeing what we can do with that metric, okay? And I'll do something in a future video with that. But yeah, new metrics as well. By the way, I'll bring it in here right now. Boom, and I'm gonna put a screenshot right here, has a new dashboard. Ah, finally a new dashboard. We needed a new dashboard, and they gave it to us. Now, somebody in the Boom Facebook group said, how about views? And they said, they're coming. And I went, ah! Yay! For those of you who are sitting on the fence, this might be the thing. It's interesting. I got a workaround for Boom and TPT that I might share this summer. I haven't used it long enough. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm into experiments. And then for the last few minutes, they talked about how they have been providing webinars. They are all linked in the seller forum. No, sorry, the seller blog. Don't watch them unless you need it, that you need it for your business, right? They're there. They're not going away. Keep blinders on. I mentioned this last week. Keep the blinders on. And then they talked about the TPT Forward conference and how they're going to offer a pre-conference virtually. And I'm thinking, why couldn't you do the conference virtually? Like, really? Why? Anyways, I'm okay. You know what? I mean, in hindsight, I'm okay with not going and not having a virtual, because there's a couple of discussions in the comments last week were about this thing that we sellers consume a lot. We get a lot of webinars, summits, all these things thrown at us, and we will consume more than we will create. I am completely guilty of this. When I'm a little bit on the lazy side or the tired side, it's easier to watch somebody do something than me do it. But this summer, we're creating. Creating over consuming is the goal this summer. I don't think the next TPT town hall meeting will be until August or September, but I have enjoyed them this school year. The next video is actually a follow-up to the previous video when I was talking about using the 12-week year in ChatGPT. I've taken some of the things that ChatGPT has told me to do, and I'm going to share them with you. These are 3 strategies, and they're all really about your TPT storefront, okay? So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. See ya.